I'm sure some people have been missing our videos, but wanted to ask you today. This is something that I was thinking about. If you're representing a business that is on the receiving end of a cease and desist letter, let's say somebody else is accusing your client of improperly using a trademark, but you know you've registered the trademark for the client, you know you're in the right. How do you react to that?
So this happens occasionally, and this is actually the reason it's so important to research these things before you send out a demand letter so that you know what you're talking about. If you're not sure, it impacts the tone of your letter, because I have received these letters where you get these letters, the client gets these letters, and it says, and they're just mean as can be and saying like, look, you need to do all this stuff. And then you start looking into it and you realize, wait a minute, we were using this first. Wait a minute, they have an application, but we have a registration. Wait a minute, like these different facts. And what it turns into is, obviously if your client's upset and has the wherewithal, the response back is actually the letter of infringement. The response back is, thank you for bringing this to our attention. After reviewing, we clearly have prior rights. We need you to change your name. And it becomes, the infringement suit like turns itself around.
The counterattack.
So you have to be, what's that?
It's like a counterattack, it sounds like.
Yeah, it is. And because you have for trade, so this is for trademark. For trademark, you have priority of use. You have two things that matter. First and foremost is when you started using a trademark. And then second is whether or not you have a registration and your filing date or that kind of thing. Most people think a registration is like, and it's not true. If you have prior use, a registration may or may not be effective against you. And so you have to be careful about this, because you can't stop somebody who has prior rights because their rights are superior to yours. And so this quickly turns into a reverse, and they can get ugly fast because somebody's mad because you sent them a mean letter and it was an ill-informed letter. So you have to be very careful.